This party's over the top.
You back talking me?
Fire and ice, man.
Ryan! It's gonna be epic.
Most people look at a stump, they see a stump. I see opportunity. My name is Steve Blanchard, and I'm a master chainsaw carver. Creating killer wood sculptures is my business. Together with my right-hand man, Pete Rieger, our apprentice, Ryan, and some of the best saw dogs around the globe, we always find a way to get it done. Eat, sleep, carve. It's what we do.
We're here at Whistler checking out the location for this commission. Andre's commissioned a piece for his Masquerade party. This party's over the top. Cirque du Soleil, painted models, music, lights, lasers. They take this underground garage and convert it into a fantasy land for this party. It's gonna be epic.
Gentlemen, this is where it's all gonna happen. And Masquerade is a charity event that raises money for One Drop. Your mission is to provide clean water to impoverished countries around the world. The world is arriving through this door, and when they arrive, they see One Drop, and they mostly see what you guys have created.
So we've got this huge space right in front of the main entrance. You walk in, boom, there it is.
So you want some kind of a nautical thing, you think?
Yeah, something about like water, like maybe an angel. It's gotta be really organic, and it has to reflect your talent.
I think when we're talking about organic and water, I think what really captures that would be a giant octopus, okay? And this could be completely twisted.
You're on the top of this thing.
Completely twisted.
Chris is an innovator. I mean, he's doing stuff nobody's ever done.
In the wood sculpting world, I've kind of pioneered this new technique of not looking inside the log, of using it, just breaking out and doing just really sick work. People are starting to pick it up and realize that this is the future. Chainsaw carving to me is a huge passion. It's what I do. It basically gives me the possibility to manifest my own imagination, and that's what I'm going to do for this party. We can start this back here and just have this twisted water, boom, 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 and then right into your angel form. I'm gonna have to really push some extensions really far out, get a lot of 3D motion there. It's not really something that you can just pull out of a log. This has got to really grow. To add another element of water, what would be great, I say we build a giant ice bar right here to serve the water off of.
There you go.
Right, okay. Awesome.
I love it.
It's his kind of passion that inspires us to do our best. And that kind of passion is what we need for this job.
This is gonna be my legacy, kid.
We're gonna show Chris which log we think will work best for this piece, move it in the barn, and get moving on this project.
This is a piece of wood right here.
There's a log in the yard we like to call the beer can. Probably costs as much as a pickup truck. Pretty soft in there.
Yeah, it's got a pretty good rot pocket here.
Yeah.
And you can see this whole section's coming out.
But the problem with this log is the center is rotten. Runs right through from one end to the other, and that wood's completely unusable.
You think this will work for you? I mean, like I said, there's some bad stuff in there, but there's some good stuff.
Most of the rest of it looks really good. It's really nice tight grain, and tight grain's good because it really holds detail.
We really have to hope that what's on the bottom right now turns out solid, because we have to seam this lady on top and get these legs pulled out. All this meat on the outside that's questionable at this point is what has to become all these legs.
And we're doing lots of joinery on it too, you know, so the stronger the better here. Whatever we cut off, we're gonna use and carve into something else and put back on. That's the way Chris does things.
Okay, buddy, you're on.
Excellent, thank you.
I got Chris and Pete all lined out on the Masquerade commission, so I think it would be a good idea for me to take Mark down the road. Little project down there. It's actually a commission from some neighbors that are friends of mine.
I mean, you got a commission. You got a commission?
And it'll be a big surprise for him as well, knowing that there's no money in it.
What are we talking here? How well do you know him? What kind of dollars? Was this like a ranch or something? What kind of work does this guy do? So where are we going?
I kept picking my brain for what it was that we were coming down here for, what kind of commission it was, and I didn't tell him right away.
This is backwoods country we're going into here. If I hear banjos, man, I'm leaving. You ever seen Deliverance? Whoa, that's one heck of a mansion. Boy, these people are banking it. We're out in the middle of nowhere. All of a sudden we pull up and here's this monastery being built. Two little cute nuns standing there waiting for us to show up.
Sister Veronica? You could sense that there was a little bit of confusion. This is my friend Mark Culp. They have a great sense of humor. He probably needed to come over here.
Oh, I see.
You know, fun to be with.
We had in mind a wood-carved statue of Queen of Peace. We need something to identify this place, you know. We have some wonderful wood back here. If you want to come and take a look at it, there's a huge log.
Let's go look at the wood then. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Well, I see the wood pile right there, huh?
Sort of behind that big stump.
This is where I'm glad he's taken over the project.
I'm so glad you brought him over, Steve.
Me too. I don't have to climb up there. Go ahead. It's raining. Excuse me. I like to torture him a little bit.
It's Douglas fir.
You can't carve Douglas fir?
It can be carved, but it won't last very long, and it's a lot harder to carve. But we have some wood back at Saw Valley left over from other projects. It's California redwood.
Oh, wow.
Good job, Mark. Let's go take a look at the statue you wanted us to do.
All right, good.
We'll just let Mark stay here.
This is Our Lady Queen of Peace. What we would really want you to do is make it your own.
We thought since the eagle is such an important symbol here, perhaps instead of the traditional dove representing the spirit, we could have an eagle.
Oh, that's a great idea, and I think it should be done that way. Piece I have in mind, we've kind of been hiding.
One of my pieces?
One of your pieces, yeah.
So you want me to sacrifice it?
Well, yeah, I think so.
I'm really glad that the nuns called. I think it'll be a lot of fun for both of us. And it might be that Mark gets a little access to the pearly gates.
I feel like athletes need to warm up, and he just did it. Like, boom, bang, done. He did one side and cut through, and then came up and met his same cut on the other side, and pretty much nailed it spot on.
Basically, all we did right now, we cut the top off and made a new bottom. Now we got to roll it over and get going. Cool.
We're moving the biggest piece of wood. It's actually bent the forks. It is holding on by a thread.
It's badass.
Holy fuck. Something about like water, like
A giant octopus.
Chris is an innovator.
You ever seen Deliverance?
What we would really want you to do is make it your own.
holy fuck. I was definitely sketched out in how it was moving and swaying back and forth. Don't do that.
Brian did a pretty good job, you know. He didn't kill anybody this time or break the log in half or anything like that, so I'm happy.
Beautiful!
The main log's in position. Next step is just trying to pull the design out and trying to figure out how much of that log is just basically going to become sawdust.
I'm excited about this phase of the carving. Chris is going to get in there and he's going to start doing some big blocking cuts. Once he gets a saw in his hand and really starts to carve, you're going to see something amazing out of him.
This is the power gouge. It's a super dangerous tool. It's basically 4 large quarter-sized chisels that are just spinning as fast as a chainsaw can go. When you're putting big logs together, you need those huge arcs, so you got to gouge it out.
20 inches tall. You see that?
We talked about the measurements. We scaled up from the carving, you know, measuring it. I'm not really good at mathematics, so I kind of suggested as much as I could without getting too lost and giving myself away. You're moving on this thing fast. You know, you're all excited, and you know, this is your ticket to paradise.
Those gals impressed me, man. Those nuns impressed me. You know, I don't want to give them something bad.
The gals.
The gals, yeah. We're like close now. You see this?
Right. Yeah. Go ahead and get started, and I'll keep an eye on you. Make sure we're both in the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, on the train, man. Soul
On the train,
train.
boat, whatever.
I'm gonna get on that train, man. Meeting those nuns was important to me. They really touched my heart. I'm gonna just pour my heart and soul into this piece.
Safety, to be completely honest, it's not something I think about a lot. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, the bar will jump at my face, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking about safety again, but I want to move as fast as I can. I want it to be freaking gorgeous, you know what I mean? That's all I'm thinking about.
Chris FOLTZ is carving like a madman over here. You know, he's like a beaver on steroids. I've never seen a guy produce so much wood.
We've got a lot of work cut out still for today. We have to finish that detail and then start putting the extensions on the back 3 legs and then go into the die grinders, which is just thousands and thousands of little dots.
It's understandable why I'm the only person that does this. It's crazy labor intensive, just destroys your forearms.
You're carving something, a lot of thought goes into it. As soon as you flip over to detail, you basically become a machine. For me, basically, I just get a really nice playlist going, you know, and rock out the whole time, and all of a sudden it's done, you know. You spend a few hours blowing through it. In the end, when you see the whole sculpture, it's definitely a one of a kind. You'll never see it again.
So did you do all these holes with a Dremel?
It's a die grinder, high-powered die grinder with a rasp ball bit. There's about 1,000 in and about 5,000 to go. So you guys have plenty of work cut out for you. I really need you guys to go to the wood yard and get this piece 3.5 feet tall, 2.5 feet wide.
Oh, there's lots of wood there.
Yeah, we got plenty of meat there.
Better too much than too little, right? We can make it smaller. It's real hard to make it bigger.
Moving right along on this project. Steve came in and stopped me. We fixed a couple of the design flaws.
Her arms are sticking out a little bit right here, see? This is gonna be a little bit wider right here than what we got there. You know what I'm saying?
Let me move this piece, man. Watch a pro, watch. Do you ever dance with wood? You gotta get it rocking, gotta get it rocking. This is dancing with wood. You're gonna speed carve it right through. That's what I do. I mean, speed carving is my game.
The only thing I can template on this piece is that lady. I want her in proportion. I do a template for it so I can get a profile cut. For me, it comes from my ice background. In ice carving, you wouldn't even think about doing an ice sculpture without a template. It's a little controversial. A lot of people don't like it. Some people think it's cheating. That's their deal.
Chris is carving like a madman.
You're moving on this thing fast.
I've never seen a guy produce so much wood. Detailing one of the tentacles on Chris FOLTZ's octopus. You know, around the suction cups and then bap, 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 wrap out that texture.
On this piece, the grain goes really good with the hair, you know, shows some really good textures and patterns. We've got the lady completely carved out. I'm onto detail, but right now I really need to get her mounted onto the top of the octopus. We'll push down slightly, follow through, legs come out, and then a few extra tentacles, and we're good. She'll be hot.
She'll be hot.
She already is hot.
Try not to mess around with the baby Jesus' faces anymore. You got him looking like a little squirrel now.
Well, you know, he's just a little kid then.
You been working on this?
Yeah, just trying to copy your style, I guess.
It's a little rough, man, but it looks good.
Thanks.
We got one more extension to do. What do you think about doing it?
He's decided to let me try and do one of the tentacles. The last tentacle is going to be on pretty much the best piece I've ever seen in my life.
And you remember what we talked about blocking in 3D and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Can we afford to waste this piece of wood? That's what I'm asking.
I got my eye on you. All right, let's make it happen.
It's like cutting a piece of cheese.
Make it happen, homie.
You know, my eagle's looking really good.
Look at that, huh?
So when the nuns come and look at it, should I give them a saw and see what they can do?
That'd be a good idea.
Sister Mary
Magdalene.
Right.
It's her professional name.
is a sculptor too. I'm thinking when they come, I'll let them use my saw and they can actually do a little sculpting on this piece. And then if they mess it all up, then we're not responsible for it. You still get that ticket to heaven.
I like it. Wow. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty awesome. I mean, it was a little scary at first, but I kind of caught my stride.
I knew you had it in you. You know, for Chris to give Ryan the opportunity to carve that tentacle for him. Awesome. Man, this is awesome. Awesome job. You're making me look good, man. I'm so impressed with Chris's carving. That's a lot of work. You have no idea, man, how much fun it is having you here.
It really is like a jigsaw puzzle. You've got to get all the pieces in exactly the right spot.
All right, let's get that last leg finished and on, and we will call it a day.
They made it. Nice to see you again.
Mark, we hear that you like cookies.
Hey, I love cookies, and those are exactly the cookies I love.
Isn't that That's amazing. Mark, you've really exceeded our hopes and desires.
Oh, thank you. What about me?
Give the man another cookie.
Aren't you a little bit nervous about the face, like wrecking it?
When Mark's working on it, yeah. We really wanted to get you guys to help us on this carving a little bit.
With chainsaws?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm surprised they didn't catch on fire when they hugged you.
Man, I'm bagged.
You know we have to start the ice now.
Well, how long is this going to take, man?
At least 12 hours.
We're going to be here all night again.
Yeah. I've never done a giant ice bar in less than 12 hours.
Classic Saw Valley.
I am really not looking forward to carving in some igloo.
This is not gonna be fun at all.
I don't want to go in there.
We're gonna line these up to do the bar decks. This is where we gotta use the gas saw, okay? So hold your breath.
Whoa!
Nice to see you again.
I don't want to go in there.
Whoa! Ryan screwed up at the Alaskan mill. I don't know what this guy's thinking, man.
I'm not saying you should have known, I'm just saying if you want to learn something, if you bolt down one side too far, then it's going to wedge. That's stripped. That's not stripped. It's not stripped. But if you want to say it's stripped, it's cool. I'm just saying it's not going to take stripped, okay?
Keep going, keep going.
I almost barfed.
The ice is just super fragile.
It's cold. It's dank. It's like 20 below. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We just finished carving up all that ice. It's cold in that truck. I'm glad that part's done, but now we gotta load up the octopus and get that thing up to the Masquerade. We gotta watch this hole here.
Come on.
I know you're anxious to get to the party, Steve.
Are you back-talking me?
I am back-talking you.
Come on, come on, come on. Ow.
Come on, okay, let go.
These nuns are never going to be able to pick this thing up.
This thing's heavy.
Underneath the right there, right there.
Beautiful. Hey, you got a sculpture in the back. If they got any more of those cookies like they brought over the other day, I'm taking them.
What a beautiful morning.
Good to see you all again.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
You guys are multiplying. There's more of you.
I bet you were up all night trying to finish this.
Actually, we were.
Yes, that was a lot of work.
And he's really slow, and so...
Oh, look at it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Look at her face. The faces are beautiful.
I love her crown.
I like the eagle.
I
think
the eagle is stunning.
Now, the sisters, they were jazzed about the piece. I mean, they had their hands all over it, pointing out all the things they liked about it.
And for your future in monastic arts, we also have something else for you. Go get it, will you, Mark?
Little bitty chainsaw. Go ahead and fight over it.
It's an answer to my prayers.
So when we come back out and see you, we're expecting a whole line of sculptures out here. I want to get to the Masquerade. Steve's excited about getting there and seeing the boys and how well they did on their piece. Right, just start the truck. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, baby.
We got it here. It's not broken. Brian! People are already freaking out about it, man. It's gonna be wicked.
I just got to torch this thing and gloss it up.
Hey, glad you can make it, buddy.
This is just absolutely awesome.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay for the reveal, not the party.
You can sleep when you're dead.
Andre hasn't seen it yet. I hope he loves it. I'm just glad we got it done on time and nothing actually has gone wrong yet.
Are you guys kidding me? Woo! I can't believe it.
Thank you.
Wow. This is wicked. Unbelievable. It is spectacular. It really is a work of art. And it'll remind everybody about One Drop, which is a great charity. I'm actually overwhelmed. Let's start the party.
The party's amazing. To have the center spot, it's just absolutely off the hook.
I'm just gonna kind of hang by my tentacle and be like, what's up? I did that.
We pulled it off. Fire and ice, man.